gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Bizarre crime under investigation in Louisiana has led police to a shocking suspect.
Chico.
Police were called to the house of a former city councilman where they found an 82-year-old man and his 31-year-old daughter shot and killed. Now investigators say a 10-year-old boy admitted to doing it.
Ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way. Yo, what the hell is going on in the community where you have a 10-year-old boy, 10 years old? Some other reports are saying he's 11, so we'll give him that, you know what I'm saying? But a 10-year-old boy is completely crashing out and deleting a senior citizen, a damn near 90-year-old man. This is absolutely insane. The debauchery that has gone on for too long in the community, it almost feels like there is no end. And you see the irony of the dead end sign right in front of this house. I mean, the script just writes itself. You have a 10-year-old young black boy who is throwing away a good chunk of his future. It's not going to be all of his future. He's going to be back on the streets by the age of 21 after going through the juvenile system. But, I mean, this is just a travesty. And you have a former mayor, former city council member. He was an interim mayor, I believe. And he was also a city council member. Instrumental part in the community, and he was X'd out by one of these super toddler gremlins on demon time.
They say he claims to have shot them both. At this time, it's not known if the boy had a relationship with either victim.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on this Labor Day. I'm Alexandra Meacham. In tonight's top story, the small town of Minden is mourning after the shocking death of a former city councilman. NBC6's Maya Nicholson has reaction from the community.
The Minden community mourns the loss of 81-year-old former Minden council member and interim mayor Joe Cornelius.
I mean, everyone's devastated at this moment. Everyone's devastated. It really hit our city hard. It really did.
Many say that he was an impactful leader to many.
He was a great man in the community, man. I mean, since we were kids.
Ice cream man?
He was the ice cream man. I mean, camping trips. He did a lot for the community.
I hate that when he's gone now, and he was a great man, a great person.
Cornelius served the town of Minden in many ways, like founding the Concerned Citizens of Minden organization, serving the Webster Parish Sheriff's Office, and much more.
I hate that when he's gone now, and he was a great man, a great person.
Minden Mayor Nick Cox says he was grateful for his friendship and support.
Wow.
He shared a statement on the city's Facebook page saying, in part, "During this incredibly difficult time, I ask that we all keep Joe's family in our thoughts and prayers. May they find comfort and strength in the midst of this tragedy."
Now, where was this young man's parents? Mama? Daddy? I'm assuming he didn't know his father with this type of behavior. Or maybe he did and his father was a thug maxed alpha simp. Either way, taking a disagreement, an argument, a disconnection between the new generation and the old generation, or the OG generation, taking a disagreement between the two and escalating it to murder is absolutely insane. I'm not saying that this kid deserves the mental health out or excuse, but what do we do with these young ninjas, man? What do we do with these these young preteen super gremlins who are wreaking havoc in the streets, catching bodies at the age of 10. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all did not believe me. And now we have a story that validates everything that I've been saying. I mean, these kids who catching bodies at 16, 17, they done been caught bodies at 10, 11, 12. We are in a crash out culture, an op culture, a body catching culture, a you can't tell me nothing culture, a wish a ninja would culture. That sums up Black American culture in 2024. And unfortunately, we don't have enough people speaking out against this type of stuff.
And prayers. May they find comfort and strength in the midst of this tragedy. Maya Nicholson, NBC6 News.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Jenquavius Jackson, and y'all already know I'm demonetized and shadow banned in this bitch. So if you want to contribute, go to the Cash App, the PayPal, the GoFundMe, or join the Patreon. Also, don't forget to visit the merch store for all your favorite BGZM News 17 gear, including our exclusive Trump is a Blood t-shirt. Go fast before they sell out. They are already flying off the shelves, no cap. And remember, these super gremlins are on demon time.
Minden, Louisiana, as a boy is accused of killing a former mayor and his daughter. The Minden police chief says the boy, now confirmed as 11 years old, had his bond set at $500,000 on 2 counts of first-degree murder. Investigators say that early Sunday morning, Joe Cornelius, a former city council member who you just saw and a former mayor of Minden, along with his 31-year-old daughter, Keisha Miles, were shot multiple times at that home.
Wow.
The boy...
And he didn't even spare the daughter. He took everybody in the home out. What are we doing about this, Black community? What is the community going to do about this? We can't just sit idly by and let the youth destroy the foundations that our elders built for us. Because this brother, he's seen it all. He has been through it all. He was born in probably the late 30s, early 40s. He done seen everything. He's went through segregation. He's went through the civil rights era. He's been through the marches and the freedom rides and all that stuff. And now, only now, when things have gotten significantly better as far as race relations go and freedom for the freedmen, Black American men, only to have his life taken by one of these entitled, thugged out, super preteen gremlins on demon time.
He was still on the scene when deputies got there, and police say he eventually confessed to the crime, but they're still trying to figure out why as the city mourns.
It's just a shock to the community. Second, the city is mourning. Everyone knew Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe would come to the police department in the morning. He was always joking, always had a joke to tell, always smiling. Just great-natured man.
2 guns were also recovered at that scene, and the chief says they match the casings they were found. We also know the boy is a family member, but no word as to how all 3 are related.
The Minden community mourns the loss of 81-year-old former Minden council member and interim mayor Joe Cornelius.
I mean, everyone's devastated at this moment. Everyone's devastated. It really hit our city hard. It really did.
Many say that he was an impactful leader to many.
He was a great man in the community, man. I mean, since we were kids.
Ice cream man?
He was the ice cream man. I mean, camping trips. He did a lot for the community.
I hate that when he's gone now, and he was a great man, a great person.
Cornelius served the town of Minden in many ways, like founding the Concerned Citizens of Minden organization, serving the Webster Parish Sheriff's Office, and much more.
He was big on unity here in our community.
Minden Mayor Nick Cox says he was grateful for his friendship and support. He shared a statement on the city's Facebook page saying, in part, "During this incredibly difficult time, I ask that we all keep Joe's family in our thoughts and prayers. May they find comfort and strength in the midst of this tragedy." Maya Nicholson, NBC6 News.
To track New developments on a double homicide in Webster Parish. Tonight, a community is heartbroken after a 10-year-old reportedly shot and killed 2 people in Minden. KSLA's Miracle Garrett spent the day in Minden speaking with the victims' neighbors. She joins us now live in studio with the latest developments. Miracle, what happened?
Well, Jasmine, the community is shaken up and devastated after 2 people were killed this morning in Minden. When I spoke to the neighbors this evening, they were all expressing their condolences for the family.
Man, gunshot. It was pow, 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 and then pow, 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 pow.
Just after 6 Sunday morning, Minden police were called to a home on Austin Street. Inside the home, police found 2 bodies identified as 82-year-old Joe Cornelius and 31-year-old Keisha Miles. Both suffered from multiple gunshot wounds. Neighbors are shocked and in disbelief.
He was real high respected in the community. He was real, he was sheriff's department, he was the mayor for a little while after mayor and stuff, and he used to work at the funeral home and stuff like that. He was a good man. Super good man.
An investigation led to the arrest of a 10-year-old juvenile who reportedly confessed to the deaths. According to neighbors, an argument broke out between Cornelius and the 10-year-old about credit card charges on video games.
Wow. So it looks like maybe he was taking care of this young man, or somehow, was overseeing this young man, and he starts buying maybe V-Bucks, Fortnite V-Bucks or something. Y'all know how these kids are. They see something that they want and they know how to work that iPad, and they going ahead and copping it themselves, not asking for permission, and then boom, they're in trouble. So I really don't know how this young man was related to the old timer, but I will tell you that this act of violence was not warranted at all by any means necessary.
I think that what happened. He was arguing with him. I heard him, hollering and stuff. That was my my cousin. I hated that happened. Over a game and stuff. I don't think that's right. The boy, autistic. He was autistic.
So they saying the boy was autistic. Then how the hell did he get a gun? Where is he getting the strap from?
The Minden Police Department, sheriffs, and marshals were on scene. Cornelius was confirmed to be a former Minden city councilman and a former interim mayor.
And Joe got the arguing with him. The boy just pulled a gun out. Joe used to be a sheriff. He had guns because he used to work for the sheriff department. And the boy know what it was. It's a sad thing.
The current mayor of Minden released a public statement saying, "It is with deep sadness that we mourn the loss of Joe Cornelius Sr., a former longtime Minden city councilman and former appointed mayor of Minden. Joe Cornelius's years of service to Minden were marked by his commitment and dedication to the betterment of our community. On a personal note, I am grateful for his friendship and the many ways he supported me and others in our city. During this incredibly difficult time, I ask that we keep Joe's family in our thoughts and prayers. May they find comfort and strength in the midst of this tragedy. Let us come together as a community to honor Joe's memory and support one another through this time of grief." The investigation is ongoing, and KSLA will keep you updated with more information. Tonight, the 10-year-old remains in custody. The homicide occurred around 6 Sunday morning, and a church service right across the street was canceled at 8 in the morning out of respect for the family. Reporting from the First Alert Center, Miracle Garrett, KSLA News 12.
All right, thanks, Miracle. To stay up to date on any breaking or developing news, download our News 12 app right now. We'll send notifications straight to your phone so you can be in the know about everything going on in the Arklatex. You can download the app for free right now.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.